Hello and welcome, and I need your help. So for this evening, we are going to put this to one side because we're going to carry on with this on the Thursday. We probably go over some new sets that will be added in. However, going by all the LegoCon news yesterday and the new Doctor Strange set that's coming out, it will mean that we are going to have to rearrange everything where we've got the bugle and where we've made all the custom blade display and Punisher and so on and so forth. So speaking to J Toy Collections UK yesterday, he did come up with a fantastic idea of putting it down onto this tier and then maybe bringing the bank over as well. So maybe on this evening's live, what we'll do is we'll have a look at what it looks like now. Then we'll change it over and see if it would work in anticipation for that set to be released, because basically everything's going to have to move apart from the road and the bugle. That is how that's how we're going to go. Nameless, how are we? Everything okay? Are we good? So that is going to be the plan of attack for night, and then we will see from that what will happen if, as and when the bank gets put there, if I can actually add in the farm that goes behind, because before the LegoCon yesterday, I picked up a couple of these sets. So I've got two of those. I got a little tractor and I thought, yeah, perfect. What I do is we've got some dead space, which I'll show you in a second. We will then have a look-see and see what's what. Now, the problems I might have is that if the bank goes down there and with the height of the new set, you're not going to see behind it. Now, the space behind it wasn't big enough for a modular anyway, so that hence why we're potentially going to put a train station there. We're going to put a farm area there, and then that was that. Now, I'll move the phone around in a second. We have got options. This is why I want to do this now, because if we do end up moving a lot of this, the base plates that we will then just go over to the theme park and we'll be absolutely laughing. This is all because of LegoCon last night. Otherwise, we could have just carried on with the design and idea that I was going to do, and everything is going to be, well, was going to be okay. So, first thing, let me take you for a little tour. This is the issue that we've got. So we can potentially move the assembly square. Their cars are just being dumped there for a reason, and then it opens up all of that area for what was going to go here, because I have put the tractor and the little chicken hut. So I have picked up two of them. So I thought, yeah, that would be great. We can just utilize this space here. This was before LegoCon, and thought, yeah, perfect. Now, the issue we have with the Daily Bugle, just so we have done and spent a huge amount of time putting in all of this stuff in front. Now, the problem is that basically all of this is going to have to move, because you have got 132 by 32, 232 by 32, and a bit on the end. So eyeballing it, I think we'd be able to have the bank where that bit is. That bit's going to have to get ripped out. The new Doctor Strange set goes here. This bit gets pulled out and goes down the side. And hopefully the Spring Lantern set will go lengthways across the bottom. But it does mean that we're going to lose all the water. So, Jay, I'm just saying that this is because of you. So this is what we're going to do, is we're just going to incorporate your idea tonight, let everybody sleep on it, and then see if it works, and then actually go further forward on the Thursday. So that is the plan. So it's just thinking of all the stuff that needs to move to get that over and down. But Bricks R Us, good evening. How are we? How is everything? Are we good? Everybody okay? So if you are watching this back, please obviously let us know what your thoughts are with regards to how we are actually going to manage to try and redesign this display, because it's going to be an absolute nightmare. What was your favorite sets from LegoCon? Let us know what everything you prefer. What's your favorite minifigures? The set that's causing the issue, Nameless. I keep the laptop's here, but the camera's there, so it's really difficult. If I sort of look like this, I'll look at the camera and it'll be okay. It's the new Doctor Strange set that came out from the Comic-Con last night. So because that will go perfectly with the bugle, this is just making space in anticipation for everything. But because we have done quite a lot of work on this area already. It's just very much a case of how are we going to get that in? So this was just a blank canvas. Everybody came up with their own ideas with regards to all of these different bits and pieces, but everything's going to have to get ripped out to then start back in again. So yes, the Doctor Strange Sanctum bricks are us. Jay's idea was it will work well with the bank. Now, I'm going to repeat myself a few times, but it doesn't matter. Because this isn't that tall, this space was always not usable with regards to putting a 32 by 32 base plate there. So yesterday morning, I went out and I thought, right, I'll get a tractor. I'll get these little chicken coop things. Got all the little bits and pieces. And I thought, I know what we can do. We can make a really nice looking farm. However, they then come out with that. So depending on how it snowballs and the bank goes in, you can't see behind it. We either have that as a hidden Easter egg with regards to the farm that you're not really going to be able to see. We move the assembly square over to where the diner is and the restaurant. That opens up all that free space. We could even then pick up the spring lantern set, have it as a park outside the Ghostbuster Firehouse, and then extend. But this is where it's all going to snowball from. If Nameless, if you're thinking of that in the future, you do want both. The Bugle hasn't, well, the Bugle will retire before the Sanctum, because obviously the Sanctum is brand new, it's not out yet. But the Daily Bugle is extremely tall. So I suppose it's very much a case of, do you like all the minifigures that come with the Daily Bugle, or do you like the figures that come with the Sanctum? I think that's the thing. But Bricksaurus, hello. Lego King, hello. Nameless, hello. Jay, if you're still here, hello, goodbye. And everybody else that is lurking in the background, hello to everybody. So obviously ideas welcome as we go in the comments, just to how we're going to do this. Now, before I do start this absolute nightmare, keep talking amongst yourselves with regards to what your favorite sets were from the Comic-Con. Because like I said, the castle for me would work really well within the theme park, which is obviously this bit over my shoulder, which probably more of a next year thing. But I think with the theme park going how it's going, and when we start getting the bits and pieces and tile for that, it'd be quite nice to be able to go, if we need to order some bits and pieces from Bricks R Us with regards to this, we can then move on to the other thing and back and front. But if you notice, over my head, over the Relentless bottle, there are two sets there and there. Those are the two sets I also picked up yesterday, because I thought what they've done with all this new fresh stuff works really, really well. So bear with me. So again, picked up all of this before the Comic-Con, and now I've got to figure out how it's going to work. So it's all of this stuff. This I really like because it'll work with the farm. So that looks nice. I like that. So we'll get that done. And then I was thinking of putting this obviously in the actual theme park, up at the top where that Ferris wheel is, and the wheel is there. Now I also found, so this is all projects for Thursday. Oh, there's a cat on the floor, so I'm trying not to stand on the smudge. Found that one lurking underneath the table, so that's perfect. And then this thing. Anybody got this in their collection? Yeah, Avatar did look good. Lego King, definitely. It looked smart. This is set. I guess it's 5005250, and it is this, and it is a special edition banana, which I thought would work well with the new banana swing, which was the giveaway purchase again. So again, that'll go up at the top. So that is all the stuff that we're going to be doing on Thursday. I will grab a drink, we'll spin the phone round, and we will attack what we need to crack on with. So let's see what we can do, shall we? But yeah, got some farm stuff. The Doctor Strange stuff is nice. Yeah, so Nameless, it all depends on height figures. And to be honest, without actually having the Sanctum in hand, I think it'd be more personal preference, to be honest. They're both fantastic display pieces. You don't really need them in a city, but I would imagine, I think everybody else will probably agree, that the Sanctum might be easier to display because of, like I said, how tall this bugle is. Now, the Daily Bugle for me could physically only go in very limited space because the ceiling angle is quite a lot more than what it looks like it does on camera. So just take that into consideration with what you're thinking of getting, and again, price point as well. That's another thing that you've got to consider. Right, let's crack on. So, what are we going to break? So yes, you are on the Blu Tack. So hopefully you're not gonna fall over too much, hopefully. So can we get you over and round? So yeah, I know it's mirrored. So it's ears upside down. I wonder if I put him that way. Will he be upside down? Will he work that way? So he's upside that way. If you're on a phone, why sometimes it flips it the other way. Let's have a see if I can figure out this technology, shall we? Can I spin you round and get you? No, because it's the right way on my phone. That's odd, isn't it? So is that the better? Yeah, there we go. So you're on the front camera now, and you are the right way. Okie dokie. Right. Should be back. Happy days, happy days. So everything you see now with the bugle and everything lower down, all of this is what's going to have to move, which is going to be lovely. That I've got, so the phone doesn't drop, and which it still might, but we will see. If not, I'll just have to. As well, so you'll come back in a sec. There we go. All of this needs to be ripped off. All of that needs to be pulled back. We're going to put that here. All of this moves around, so that is basically and potentially how we're going to have to do it. So I'm going to have to move all the farm stuff first, see if that will actually work. Because if it doesn't work, that's going to be the next thing of where that goes, which again we can discuss as we go about. I've made space on the roller coaster table for all of these that are going to have to get pulled off. So all of these, because don't forget, we actually did tile a lot of these together. So they are going to be a bit of a nightmare to try and get together. But Mr. King, what yeah, get that tractor to work. What did you like? Is it the aviator, the Avataceps that you liked? Aviator. That's Avatar, isn't it? That's another casualty from that. So there's going to be, I reckon, quite a few things I think are going to smash in this evening's episodes, but we will grin and bear it, because to be fair, this display has been here. It has been here a little while, so it's not been too bad. But like I said, they are tiled together. So Mr. Saturday Ave, I know if you're watching this back, we will try and get the spring lantern set back in, because the plan for that, if it will fit, so where are you? This bit is actually to put in lengthways. All the check is going to have to come up. We're going to have to redo your photo op. And the problem is, if I remember rightly, one of these is massive. Yeah. So this thing here is all one plate. So we get the figures off, keep the flame, don't lose any of them. This should all come off as one. So good and bad. Was it something you might get though, Lego King? Would you get something like that? Or so in case you're wondering, because it has fallen down, that is actually the back. Where are you? There you are. So you've got a lot of splatter in there. Like I said, if when it comes to Thursday and this idea has grown on everybody, then it's something that we can do and keep, because this bit isn't going to be the work. The work is going to be retiling everything, because we love a retile, don't we? It's not that we don't do that often enough. But does the bank work? And I need the piece back for the bench because I stole that for something. I've even found the Citibank vehicle, so we can incorporate that on the roads. We might have to add in another strip of road here. Who knows? Now, obviously, looking at that sanctum, this can only go the one way. So whereas this is the front at the moment, the front actually will have to be potentially that, because then the sanctum will go to the side, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, see, if you can do it, then yeah, get the bugle, and then obviously it does come with the cab and comes with amazing minifigures as well. As long as you've got the space for it, then go for it, and then over a longer period of time, save up for the new one. Right, so that moves. I'm hoping that I have actually eyeballed this, because this space here should fit this. But I'm not too sure which way it will push back. But yeah, that fits to the edge of the table perfect. Yeah, it is massive, the bugle. I'll give you a bit of a tour of it in a bit, Nameless. It is huge. But you've got to remember, as long as it doesn't go up in the price increase, you do get some fantastic stuff with it. See, that might now be a little bit tweaked. I don't think that's going to work like that. Any ideas if we can save Mr. Saturday Av's thing? Can we save his most favourite set, or is that going to have to all be rearranged and moved? Again, this is just stemmed from an idea. Toy Collection UK, Mr. J Dogwell himself. I'll just put this in its place, because that's going to be. It is a 32 by 32, isn't it? The new Doctor Strange set. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's only on one base plate, so that goes there. That does leave me the strip just down this side. So that is. Okay, so can I, my face, spin you round so I can actually look through the back. There we go, that'd be a bit better. Yeah, so it's mirrored on yours, but you got obviously you got the road. Not too sure how this is going to work now. These two sets here, not too sure. What any top 5 set? What that's come out, Lego King, or that's going to be coming out? And the next issue is, can we still have a hidden farm behind that. I think we could. I think we can get away with it. Because I'm guessing the sanctum's only going to be about the height of the bank. Do you reckon? So that's the height of the bugle. The thing's absolutely enormous. Top 5 sets coming out in any order, just off the top of my head. The Prime, Sanctum, the Newcastle, the modular that I'm missing, and the Winter Village set that's not yet come out. So that'd be my 5 that I'd want to get this year. I think that's a strong top 5 contention. Yes, I know my finger's in the way. It's a nightmare, but it will do because it means you can move about when I need you to move about. So it's okay. As long as the blue tack holds, we'll be living the dream. So the bank, this here is going to be for the Sanctum. Not too sure how that's going to work with regards to the park at the front now. I don't know if it will work. I don't know. You're going to need to move again. I don't know if we're going to have to put some roads at the front instead. What do we think? Because if we use that, for example, as the road, and the road came off here, we could actually then re-add in the graveyard. Come on. Because the graveyard would fit right back in. But we would then just have to re-road this. So I need anybody that's going to be watching this back, because I know it's Father's Day today, so a few of you will be watching this back at a later date. This is just an idea. The bank itself, I think, works well on that corner. And obviously everybody likes the front of the bank. So when it comes to photos and things, he's there. And then you've got that there. Do we keep our illusion in place? Or does he now come off? What do we do with him? Does this, because that's the illusion for the side of the building, so that could stay. I think maybe we might have to add in a road, and then we do something with this. So then that leaves this space. Do we just put this set, because it's a base plate and a half, directly in front of the assembly square? So you've got base plate and a half, and it's just done with. So it's on display, it's nice and easy. And then that leaves a 32 by 32 base plate where that is. Treehouse moves. I've then got a space in the corner for another one. And then when this big block of cheese goes, I'll be able to reach everything else in the corner. Right, let's have a look whatever is saying. Right, let me prompt you back onto me quickly, and I can actually read the comments. So, well, I don't know why I didn't add the roller coaster onto my list. It's Lego King. That's obviously a set that I do want. So, yeah, the New Loop roller coaster, definitely. Sanctum, Prime, the big castle, only because it will work really well within the theme park. So yeah, there's plenty of good stuff. Well, this isn't that graveyard though, King. This graveyard has the Easter eggs to all the Spider-Man death. So that's what that bit's in. I've got a graveyard that will be built, and it will be the actual graveyard that will go out in front of that haunted house just there. So that will go. But it's just what happens with this Spring Lantern set, because I mean we could split the Spring Lantern set up and have just this bit beside. So just that bit of the Spring Lantern set could be beside the new Doctor Strange thing. and that could just park right beside him because it would fit just in that gap. It's the exact gap because it's basically two 32 by 32s and a smidge. So this little bit could plonk down there, but then it means we could have more grass in front or down the side, but it does leave this 32 by 32 sort of lost and floating, but they don't necessarily have to go together. This either goes back over by the Ninjago stuff, which we've tried before, or like I said, it goes directly in front of the assembly square. It goes somewhere slightly different. But of course, it does mean not only that, I can pick this up without dropping anything, we have this massive thing here, which will then all need to be stripped down and redone, because obviously these scenes potentially would need to go back in. So do we put this alleyway down the side of the sanctum? Again, these are all ideas for later on. I'm just saying it now because I want to see what the space looks like, and then we can go from there. So does that go down by the side? And then Saturday Av's photo op will need to be relocated, so we could actually then bring that to the front. Choices. So yeah, you've got to just imagine it's a blank canvas and just see what's what. Hello, Mandy. How are we? Yeah, just started to do, well, yeah, just testing the waters with it, Randy, really. Done a couple, so they've gone okay. You're now on a wireless phone, so it's a little bit easier for me to do. So what we've done, Mandy, is yeah, Thursdays at 6 is going to be the main time, and then it'll be now and then on a Sunday where I've got time. So behind me, we've got rid of all the Star Wars stuff, and we're basically going to have a full theme park. So the stuff at the top, that's 4 32 by 32s. Those two sets, well, that bigger box is the fresh grocery store. That's going to be built up and put on there. And then we've got 4 32 by 32s for all the smaller stuff. Moving down the haunted house, and then we're going to put a graveyard in front of it, so that's fine. The roller coaster is in its place, and then the Joker Man is in its place. And where I've just put all of this stuff on the table is I've just picked it up from outside the Bugle, because the plan was to create a farm. As I've said, everybody knows this. I've wanted a countryside farm for a long time. But all the older sets were really expensive, and I picked up these cute little things. There we go, sorry. Yesterday morning before LegoCon, to put them in that dead spot, which a lot of you know about anyway, and I've just shown it on the camera because, like I say, it's not big enough for a 32 by 32. But now with the new Doctor Strange set coming out, that's obviously going to go with the Daily Bugle, so I'm going to have to chop that about. So Mandy, even though you've only just jumped in, you know full well Saturday Av's going to have an absolute seizure, because potentially this might have to move somewhere else if we can't figure out how we're gonna do that, because we can put another road in or a footpath and something else, and then we've got potentially a graveyard or something that we can do there. I know he loves the set, but I don't think it can go. So let me spin you around. So give you a quick tour, Mandy. So this is obviously one big plate. So we've got to figure out how we're going to relocate this in, what we're going to do differently for this scene. All of this is going to have to just come back up, which is really annoying. This was obviously the bit that went across the front of the table. We can then potentially put that back in. Where this train track is, this is the space that is needed for the new roller coaster set. So that is why we've done this. That and that is actually in the right place. So we will be tiling that on Thursday night, looking for the green purple tiles and making that look pretty. And then that's smudge. And then I've got all the tiles ready for Thursday. And then, like I said, we've got 4 32 by 32s. That truck is for the city. That is going to go up at the top along with the little 3-in-1 shop. and the little banana swing set will go up here as well, and then that'll all be tiled. We have made and created this, so that I think now in this corner looks really smart as a ride, which is one of the rides from Billunds. You've got the waterfall and the boats. That just needs a little bit more TLC. So that is roughly in where it needs to go. Jay said about keeping the cantina for the theme park restaurant, which is what we'll try and do. And then, yeah, so we've got plenty of bits and pieces for that. But with this, the bank gets dropped down and round, because I think that looks quite smart. It means that we can set up a load of seams on the roof and everything else for the bank. The new Doctor Strange set goes beside it. What then goes from there, I don't know, because like I was saying to everybody before, I cannot get a 32 by 32 in there. It overhangs. I can't overhang it because this kisses the table. So I was going to use this space here. All this space was going to be a farm and a train station, which matches basically the fresh sets. Now, if we think we can keep the farm here, which I think would be nice, we could do, and then potentially put the Spider-Man bridge over the top of it, so the bridge is looking in. I think that can still work. If not, it does mean that if this gets picked up and moved and put in that space, for example, it does mean we have this full space here where we could just have a full-blown farm, train station, and so on and so forth. So I need to know what everybody's thoughts are with regards to that. So yeah, just need to know what you guys think really with regards to all of that stuff. So that is all good fun. But Mandy, I'm glad you're here. I have missed speaking to everybody. Like I said, I've been rubbish. We've just been so busy. So but yes, so he does love that set. You are stuck on blue tack, so you might end up falling over, and you're then on a cable. No, it's not moving, Mandy. No. So the plan was that I was just going to add in the farm on that dead space, because I picked up those sets. So I've picked up two of these little things just here. Works absolutely fine. But now, well, I built one for you. So I have built one. It's a cool little thing. Look. So you've got the little chickens and everything on top. It comes with a really nice figure. So that's spot on. And then you've got some eggs. And then you have the little quad bike it comes with. And then you've got all the pumpkins, fruit, veg, carrots, and so on. So ideally, I can just keep that here as a chicken coop. So if I place it how it could potentially go, let me just have a bit of a play, and then you can see what you guys think of it. Because if I can keep it there, then I won't need to move anything else. But the plan was to put it here, because nobody knew about the that set. So it's like 5 hours later. Yeah, the farm stuff's really bright, Mandu. It looks really good. So let me get you back onto that. So ignore this. If this is a big if, the bank stays there, which I think it might have to. The new sanctum goes beside it, which is on that base plate just there. We got that space, that white space, obviously, for whatever. Now, if I was to stand up and take some photos and build a farm in this space here, could I get away with it? Or does it look lost? Because don't forget, there is a connecting road there. I just had to move all the tiles and things and blah, 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 blah. So if that was all back together, if I can reach... So, and again, there's another one over there. I had to push them all across, but that will be a connecting road. It just leaves this space here. So you can see it's not big enough for a 32 by 32. Could I just put a farm there, take some of the tiles off, and just have a little entry into the road? And it's just like a little hidden. Would it not work? That's basically what I need to know, because if that doesn't work, all of this will move. If this is all right to stay where it is, I can then just tidy that up. And then it does very much come to, what are we going to do with this? this is the issue, because we can put the Spider-Man graveyard back in, or we can put this in. Because obviously if that went there as so, we've then got that, but it's just because this is on a 32 by 32 and that one isn't. So this could be used down here. I don't think we can use that. So ideas on a postcard, basically anything that we can soften the blow for Saturday Av, because I'm already thinking what he's going to be saying in the comments. So anything that we can think of, guys and girls, please let me know. Yeah, that's exactly Matt, because the new train station also has the fresh caffeine, which has the artwork for. So I picked up, like I said, the little tractor and 2 of those little chicken things, which works really well. But what I also like is this thing actually comes with an allotment. So you can see here, it comes with your allotment. So I can make that bigger. This truck can just be driving around the city. This could all be in the allotment, and then it would then feed everybody in the theme park. So that's the plan, really. But like I said, all of this was before the last night's con. But yeah, garden allotments I think would work well. And I think, to be fair, if we made like the allotment bit at the bottom and then ended up getting the Spider-Man bridge and putting it over the top, I think it would work. It would work hand in hand, and it would just be a really good use for space. Yeah, no, the allotments do a massive thing around this way. We have loads and loads of allotments. But I mean, it could work. It could work absolutely fine. But yeah, these are really bright and vibrant figures that come with these. They're nice. So yeah, so I call it their fresh line because it's all to do with their fresh stuff. But if you look at the new cargo train, it has a bit of this set. The new train station that is backlogged has a lot to do with this. And there is a 4+ set, and I think the 4+ set's overly priced personally. But all the other stuff I think is really, really good. But the plan is on Thursday is to build up that one. No wrong way to do that one. And get that in and start getting that top bit done as we tile the actual theme park. But yeah, tonight was literally a spontaneous thing because of the sanctum. I wanted to make sure that the bank wasn't too high to hide the farm. Otherwise, I'd have to remove all that sort of stuff. So if you guys think it will work, then we are laughing with that. But yeah, it's how we're basically going to incorporate all the bits and pieces. That is the issue of everything. Go magic. You falling? Are you falling? I think you're moving. Yeah, you're falling slowly. So yes, help basically. The graveyard length would be the full width of, sorry, it'd be the full edge of that table. So we could cover that down. I haven't got anything else that matches up with that shape for the. Remember the city set with the fruit and veg? No, dude. You have to send me that one over. I can't remember that one. I can't remember that one. But does that gap work? Does that stay there? Because obviously it can't physically go forward because it just won't work. So it either goes at the front or it goes directly beside the new Doctor Strange thing, just in that gap, just there, just like that. See, perfect fit. And that's how that would go. So we could have it where it's got a park beside it, which then leaves all that space. So yeah, anybody that's watching this back, guys, obviously please let us know in the comments below. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a fruity and tricky one, but I will dump that there for now. I will get this spun background and where I want to have a bit of a play with, and then we'll carry on. But no, I haven't seen the that fruit and veg one, dude. That new one does come with a forklift though. It actually comes with a proper forklift truck. So that works. That works okay. Now in that gap down here, and that could obviously be the space for the new, well, I say new, the module that came out in January, which I've not picked up. So that could now just replace that. So that will go and work okay. I have got some more road plates, so we can actually finish the city as well. So all the road plates are there, so that's okay. So we can get them in and done. But yeah, we've got little tractor, which I think portion wise works well. We've got all the vehicles. I think the bank works fine now. I'm just not sure what we can do with the other bit. See you later, Mandy. Enjoy your food. I wasn't going to be on too long. Like I said, this is only a spontaneous thing. So thank you for popping. I'll have to catch you on. Enjoy your lunch, and I'll catch up with you later. Enjoy your food. Yeah. So I think that's all the different options covered with regards to everybody forward thinking for the Sanctum. So that's okay. And that would potentially just fit just on here, like so. It fit, but again, it needs more of a permanent, a better home. So, yeah, not sold on that. But that definitely looks different on the front, that's for sure. Now let me put this gravy out back in. Can I put these back down so it gives us a better thing? Because it's grass and things. So if I can get these put down. So what are you up to at the moment, Mr. Lego King? Are we all good? It's nice that Mandy popped in. And of course, that was the path, wasn't it? I've got to make sure I'm putting it in the right way. And a little bit of water and stuff, so that could basically go back in like that. Can't see there being any other way. Right, let me show you. Let me show you so you got an idea. Get off my face. There. So redesign this. So we can tinker about, but obviously there's the hidden torso underneath here, which is obviously part of the Spider-Man thing. So it does mean that we've got this strip to add in basically whatever we want. And if we think that would work there beside that set, it would all be a street. And then obviously we just have to figure that out. What do you think, King? Does that work for you? Yeah, the different sets that they come with do look smart. I think they work okay. And in case anybody's wondering why I've got the bank side on, obviously I need to reattach those. I stole them for some of the Star Wars, so I'm definitely hunting them back down. It's because you've got the flat edge on that side. And if I spun it forward, you wouldn't be able, it would just look weird, I think, having, you'd have like an alleyway down the side of the sanctum, so I don't think it would work. So it does mean we've got that. We've got the clock on the corner. We've got that. Now, if we had another road built, you could have, I don't know, do we have a one-way street there? And do we put more of a path on this side? So we do a 50-50 split, which is what we've done outside of the Ghostbuster house. Just want to think of as many ideas and different things as possible. And also, what do we incorporate from this? Because we had the checkered path, which was obviously a little thing outside the bugle. This we need to recreate and do. So this bit we're going to have to take out and put somewhere. So maybe we just have that in the middle of, outside the front of the bank or the sanctum. And we just have the road works as a road, and then it's just absolute carnage down this bit, and we just set up all the different scenes on there. Would that be better? I think that might work. I think that could potentially work. Maybe. Yeah, again, these are all just ideas that we're going to be bouncing around more on the Thursday ones. But I keep saying that I was concerned that I didn't think you'd be able to see the farm, but you can, so that's good. But yeah, in the comments as we go, let us know what your favourite sets are. Obviously, within this display, one big set that wasn't shown was the new coaster, which we want to be putting here, so that's we've left space for that. Gone through all the other little bits and pieces. So what I might do is make up this little one, see what we can do with placing for the start of the farm stuff. Take some of the tiles off, because obviously it's going to be a lot easier if I do it now than when everything else is in, so I can reach and leave that as almost like a blueprint so we can see what's what. So that might be a good plan of attack. So I need a 16 by 32. I got some of them. I think I have. Because what I use now is obviously I can replenish that with that this massive plate for the theme park. So that's not too bad. So if I use one of those, I think we're still going to have space from that. Yeah, we have. I suppose with this, you could have what? One, leave two, three, four. Tarted up at the front, and then have all the quad bikes and everything, and the tractor would actually still be able to drive behind it. So we could potentially do something with those, but I think that might look quite nice. So, what did you think of the overall Comic-Con itself, Mr. King? Did you find it okay? Did it make you want to spend your money? Actually, because if I have that pushed further back, that could work quite all right. Rip some of those tiles up, and jobs are good. No, we're on to something with that. So that's good. Gonna need, so that's in place for whenever. Doesn't matter on the colour. And I'm going to need, I think, I need a 16 by 16 to recreate Saturday Av's thing, because his the base of that Sandman is massive, so I've got no choice. So I'm going to have to rebuild it and then plonk him wherever. Ginty, how are we? How is everything? So we've just done a little bit of moving, Ginty. We've just put the bank down, getting ready for a much further display. But now I've got the issue of I've had to move this, and this will have to be ripped up. There's no choice. I physically can't keep it on there because the base plate's just too big. So I'm going to have to dissect it anyway. But how is Ginty? Is everything okay? Are we living the dream? I can just go tile for tile, hopefully. But yeah, Ginty, we're just talking about the Kong, people's sets, who like what. So yeah, just let us know if anything did actually catch your eye, and if you managed to watch it. If you didn't, don't worry about it. Mandy was in before. Jay's popped in quickly to say hello. This is not a fantastic time really, Sunday night for people. I know they're very, very busy, so I think I will be sticking more to the Thursdays, but it does the trick for people, doesn't it? But I will show you what we've moved in a second. But I'm having, to be fair, it's a good thing actually that didn't start building the new coaster, because that coaster was here and it was out and about. I wouldn't be able to do this now because that would be an absolute nightmare. But hopefully I can just do this brick for brick and it'll be all right. You are falling slowly. Nobody's told me. You can see my knees and nothing else. Blu-Tack's slowly starting to melt again. Let me spin your engine so you can have a quick look. So that's what we've changed. I'm going to sort the farm out on that. Maybe pick up another 2 of those. Tractor can go perfectly beside it. And I think actually by complete fluke luck, it can still drive in front of it. So that's why exactly the width for a tractor. So we're very, very, very lucky with that. I take the back tiles off and just create, and basically what I might do is might as well just do a horseshoe where you come in on the one side and come out on the other, like you would do out of a field, basically. And then just tile so far down. So I would tile, say, to the inside there, to where that back wheel is, base plate at the back, and then just put the farm stuff in there. So that could work all right. Yeah, the new coaster is amazing. I think it looks really smart, to be honest. And it'd be interesting to see what replaces the drop tower, because obviously the Haunted House came out at a staggered time after the red coaster. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. But yeah, Mr. King's in here, Ginty's here, everybody's here. Whoever's been liking the videos, thank you very much as well. Muchly appreciated. I will carry on with this and get this first bit down. Don't know if we can. I just do the first 3 lines because we might. Oh no, it will fit because we'll have the footpath in front of the sanctum, won't we? So this will be the road. So he'll be smack in the middle of the road for this. So that works. So Saturday Av's photo pose can stay basically the same. So if anybody's wondering, this is a sig fig that I got sent down all the way from Canada. Picked the pose that he wanted, and he's in getting his photograph taken. And then we added in all of these figures, models and things. So that, you can see how massive this thing is. So that is that. And that's what we're doing. So we're just plonking him on, and he will fit absolutely perfectly in that table space. And then we can just put him outside the bank, outside that bit. That bit goes. That's it, that bit stays. But again, all up for discussion, but I've got to change him onto a small base plate anyway, and then you guys can argue and make up your mind. But yeah, the new coaster, what I am going to do is I want to bring that back from Billund. So I'll bring that back from the airport, and it will go here, where all of this stuff is. So that'd be the plan of attack for that. So that'd be quite nice, hopefully. How you getting on with your Ninjago stuff, Jinty? Have you started that yet? Be giving it a go. Base plate, dusty. We're about halfway. Not bad. Nearly done everything, so it's all right. Like I said, 6 o'clock is an awkward time for a lot of people. So something for people aboard they can watch back. What's going on with this? Sweet. Right, if any of you are watching this back and you have got any ideas with regards to sets that I might potentially be missing for the theme park, then obviously please do let us know. Because I'm always interested to know what everybody thinks and how you've done yours. Yeah, like that bank vehicle there and had that outside the front of the sanctum. It might mix it up a little bit, but I don't think it matters. The only other thing I can do if you're watching this back, Jay, is put this on the main road by the bugle outside the front of the bank, but it'd be quite nice just to have that road as that road because it looked quite smart. So, yeah. Yep. Okay. That is looking all right. We can add in, I think we'll be able to fit all the figures back in as well, which is grand. Hopefully, anyway. But if anybody has got the Optimus Prime, Colin's just got that for Father's Day today. Hopefully, he'll be enjoying the build. But if you've already got it, let me know what it's like, because I've got some ideas with regards to that. But it's another set that is on there. Another set that is on the list, and that wasn't shown at the con either, was it? Because it had obviously already come out. So hopefully you guys were pleased with that. I think there was some good reveals that came out in that one. Mr. King was on his electric scooter. What, you tearing around, King, were you? Right, so that is the pattern that I've now created for this thing. So that one will go at the back like so. That's not looking too bad. And then we can add in all the photos. You got enough? What do we think to that? Does that work? So in that, we've got the orange spaceman taking Saturday Ave selfie. Well, his photo. And he's about to get absolutely demolished by that thing. And then that can go, now it can go somewhere. So at least we've salvaged that. It can just go anywhere it wants to. Again, plonk you back off the tack. We could just have it like that. That truck can park up by the bank. Obviously, tile that. Do something with that. Leave space for that. But what I feel we'll do with that gap is get some construction crew in. But yeah, I think it will work. It's either that, or what we do is we put this, for example, just randomly here because it's exactly the same size, and put this road just one down and whatever. But if you're gonna mash the two up, I guess it's just the right one to have, especially if maybe. So again, we could. I don't know if you get the gist of that there. You can't really see that it's a bank vehicle, whereas it's parked down the side. The front doors. Come round. Does the road end? And then it's all footpath. And then that's the bit with the bit. So that's if we keep this here. That's what that now look like. So you've done some changes to that, haven't we? Done some changes. So hang on, let me see what is what with regards to all of this. Yeah. I think that'll look nice. That'll look nice. Obviously the quad bike's part of it as well, which is a nice bright colour. Obviously you won't use all of them. You can sort out all the back. That is going to be a bit of a pain. So that might have to go with Ninjago. But I think that does look quite smart. Not too sure if Ginty's still about, Mr. King. I don't know if he was just popping in. Because obviously, with it being Father's Day Sunday, there's a lot of people out and about and doing bits and pieces. So people might jump in a little bit, but I wasn't expecting many, if any, for tonight, to be honest. So I just thought it'd be quite nice to film we do this, and then if anybody wants to watch it back, they can. Now I no idea what we do with all of this, because all of that is not now the same. Unless it's all water. But it won't make sense because Sandman can't come out of the water, so that's not going to work. And the Sanctum and the bank will need to be by hard standing, not water. So again, that won't work. So maybe we just lose the water completely. Keep the graveyard bit at the bottom. What have I got that would fit? What little sets would work? Theme park, Strange Things won't work. Let's have a look. So, what sets in your now set up more in the 90 years of play? What would work in the front of that? None of the Mario, none of the Ninjago. God, I have to. The Harry Potter stuff wouldn't. Friend stuff won't. Nothing that came out of the con would. Stunt stuff won't. Couldn't put a hospital there because it's the wrong thing. Marvel stuff in the new 90th book. They've actually only got 2 pages, which isn't ideal. I don't think anything. No, so none of that would work. None of the architecture sets would work. Prime wouldn't work. That's what I'm looking at currently. No, I don't know. Might just have to be custom. Hey, that's what we do then. We'll just do custom ideas from everybody, because obviously Ginty, King, Mandy, Jay, Saturday, Killian, everybody you've all got fantastic ideas when it comes to that. I know Jay did say about moving Mysterio to do an illusion, so I could move him and that could all be like an illusion thing. So maybe we could then add in water and it all twisting and moving about, and then we just cover the back up so we can't see the back of that table. Can't add any figures yet, so that's not too much of a problem. Yeah, it's just this is the problem. Let me get you over and forward a little bit more so you can actually see what I am actually waffling on about. So that's better. This here is the issue. This is all one bit, as you know, I've just taken that out. This was a Blade Punisher diorama, which would obviously need to be added back in. So maybe what we do is we lose the last two of those, and then we put an alleyway in off the back of the graveyard, because at the moment it's graveyard on the one side and then it's just a forest on the other, but we don't need the forest anymore. So we can have a smaller graveyard, which is 2 16 plates. And then, yeah, we've got 5. Can I take one of these off? Yeah, so we've got 5 of them, basically, what I'm looking at. So it saves me moving the camera again. 5 of those. 2 of them is a graveyard. And then we've got this one. This one is just part of the graveyard that's broken. It's basically, we were doing a Captain Zombie thing to nowhere, really. It was just a thing that we were doing on that. So that could potentially, all of these, again, this is something that we can discuss later on, but all of these 3 could be ripped up to then have the alleyway rebuilt with water and things behind, which could then come in to the road. So you've got the gates on the one side, so it's blocked off as it's graveyard, and then we could have that. Probably that's going to be the only place where that can then get rebuilt and done. So I can speak to Jay about and see how he wants me to try and redo that, so the Blade and the Punisher thing can carry on again at the back. So that would work. You could then use these tall windows to actually see through to the sanctum as well, if you wanted to get a photo from it being that low. But then that still has 1, 2, 4 of those for space with regard to what exactly is going to go where. Again, it is the fruity thing, because I don't know. Ooh, I don't want to strip anything off because I'm going to offend people, so we can wait. It might have to be a week Thursday, that one, because we've got so much to do with the coaster. The blue tack's getting weak. You're starting to melt. I'll pick you up and move you in I'll pick you up now, actually. That way I can get off. You can see my fantastic stand that we've got here. So, right, this is what I'm waffling on about. That works. These get replaced with that diorama, but we just have the alley going in, which would then mean, so say for example, if we just went by space, you could see it. That is parallel with that. Get that out of the way. Come on. So that kisses that, which kisses that 32 by 32. Fine. That kisses there. So this would then be an alleyway, which leaves that for something, which is half Doctor Strange. So maybe with a fight here with Strange, an illusion going on that side. those two stay the same because it is the graveyard scene. And obviously what we'll have to do is just redo the front of that. And either keep that as is or lose this as well. So we have these three as an alley, or we make the graveyard bigger by just putting that there, which might look visually better because it'd be a bit more greenery. So that's that done and decided. We'll move on up to the top. This is just a recap now, so I'm going to get going in a minute unless anybody else jumps in. That will be for the modular from January, so that'll be the boutique, so we can put the boutique there. This now needs sorting out with regards to this, especially needs sorting out. All of this now needs to move and get gone. The train track is there ready for the new coaster. All those at the top over there is for Thursday, so that could work for there. Yeah, but I think what I do is I will actually build quickly. I don't know if I'm going to regret this. Maybe just quickly build the chicken thing over on here, maybe, just so we've got the other one done. That plate is so big, it's stupid. But yeah, these are cool little things. So we'll see if Ginty or anybody else pops back in. Like I said, it's an awful time. It is Father's Day. But this build is tiny. That will then allow me to crack on with that, so that's absolutely fine. So we can just give this a quick build and a go. And then see what is what. But like I said, normally we do the lives on a Thursday, and there's a lot more traffic around for those, which is good. And I can just build one or two of these bits up, which I think what bit I'm building now. I don't think this took me too long to build the other one, so do a quick speed build for everybody, and then done. Splendid and splendid. The eggs are quite cool on this actually, because they are one piece. So that's a little thing. Again, they weren't the Kongs is the stuff that I got before. I'm glad the new reveals haven't thrown this little farm bit off, which is what I say, farm allotment / sort of farm area. So that's quite nice actually, which is good. Where are we? I'm actually looking at the back. I forgot how much detail in the back of this. If I move, we had all these levels. They've all been knocked off because of the cats and things. But yeah, there was a lot of detail within that blade thing. So when that gets redone, we're gonna have to come up with some more good ideas for that. This is gonna be a different. It's going to be a completely different shape. It's all going to have to be built backwards. So that'll be a fun one. Right, that one goes there. That one goes there. Step 8 done. Page 22 already. Not too bad. So it's only a little one, so it doesn't take long at all. That goes there. That goes there. Step 10. Keep turning around to see if the chat's going, but it's not. So I'll probably finish this and realise the internet crashed ages ago. I know this is actually recorded, but never mind. Step 14. Quite like at the bottom of these instruction manuals, I've never really noticed this before, but the minifigure moves across as you progress. So that's quite a nice, it's quite a nice little touch there. Just with how you can see yourself progressing quite quickly. It's a nice little thing, and I love the colour of the blue that they use on this. I'm a very colourful person, and I think that's a stunning blue. I think I've got tiles in that blue, so I will add a fair few of them hopefully to the actual theme park, all going well, which will be good. Which will be good. Right, now I've got enough of those pieces out of the way, I think what I'll be able to do is just get this thing, just going to get the coupe done really quickly, get that on, see what it looks like side by side, and then I will go. So simple as that, and then we will return on the Thursday, which will be good. Yes, it's worth the money because this is what it's £8.99. This one, so it's not badly priced at all. And it's yeah, it's a nice colourful set. This one, so it does the trick. Yeah, it's just nice and vibrant. I think these are just the right size, but I probably will need. Or I don't know if maybe if I just have the two and have the farm bit in the middle and just have it as a small bit rather than going crazy. Let me know when this goes down. Do I get another two of these and it fills up that plate, and then get the 4+ set eventually when that goes into a sales? Like I said, I think that's just too much money. And then just have a horseshoe in, horseshoe out. We can sort out the road plates and everything for that in another live, and then consider what we're going to do with the bridge and everything like that. Torpedoing on this one. Embarrassing if I make a mistake though. We don't want to be doing that when I set this small. It does say to put the chickens inside, but that's just boring. We'll leave them. We'll leave them for the outer edge, I think. We'll see. We've got Mr. Lego King Sigfig, so maybe Mr. King, you can hide yourself on a farm instead, so you can be hiding in there, hiding in the theme park. I think a lot of people might want to be on the new roller coaster. I can hide over a lot of people in the line on that one, which would be a little bit fun. This is what page 52, so we're really not far off now. Bit of foliage at the bottom. So yeah, it's not too bad. You just got to build the actual roof piece, and game is over, which is nice and exciting. Just want to see what this looks like, and then I can finally make a decision if that's going to stay there. I think it's going to, so it'll be alright. All because of LegoCon. Otherwise, I would have gone live tonight, and it would have been fine. I'll get some stars because it's saying I'm finished. Isn't that exciting? Exciting and nice. Oh, right, that's the other one. that's the other one done. Let's get this in. I'll take you over for the finish. So you can imagine if we had them, and we either have another 2, or what we do is we have them either side have a thing in the middle, which I think might just be a little bit too small, maybe. Maybe have a couple of those. Even if we had 3. This does that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was there. Yeah, you could spread out 3. If not, it would be 4 in as a line. And then obviously, like I said, that's actually still big enough for the tractor, so that's nice. And then get another one of these plates beside it, have that as the actual more farm animals and things, and then just off that plate you get on the road over there, and then you literally get on the road just here, and you can extend it as and when. So yeah, maybe I'll get another 2 of those, and then just put a load of brown 1x2s, which I've got thousands of, just dotted so it looks like it's just muddy, and then just figure out if I want to build up all the quad bikes, because you get a quad bike with each one. So you get that figure, the chickens, the eggs, and the quad bike for $8.99. So that's not too bad at all. Right, guys, that's it. I'm done. That's just it's supposed to be a short and sweet one. I only said to myself I'd only be an hour, but an hour and 20 is not too bad. But yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much for your help, and obviously all your help in advance with regards to ideas and things for all of that stuff down there. The Doctor Strange is obviously going to happen, but when it happens is one thing. We'll carry on with the theme park and everything on the Thursday. We'll get that bit at the top built, get that place, get some tiles down for the Joker Manor side of stuff. I'll get the base plates down, and then yeah, you guys can think about what we can do with that space, and then obviously let me know in the comments below if all the chicken stuff will look nice, and so on and so forth. But that is it. I'm done. I'm run out of time, so I'm going to get going, guys. You know, as always, thanks very much for watching. You guys take care, and I have to catch you the next one. Ta-da.